hope you guys aren't looking for precision because you are not gonna find it here.
So this week I go back to school and I'm so freaking excited, but I am also horribly behind on packing and other preschool chores. I haven't re-dyed my hair in weeks. Dude, I barely constitute as a ginger, much less than a cherry redhead. Dude, it's bad! One of the things I've been meaning to do since like ever is repaint my artboard, since I started painting it last year, but I just never finished. I wanted it to be a barn getting hit by a shooting star, but finals got in the way. I also started painting it in gouache, which was really fucking stupid, then didn't seal it, which was stupider. So now I'm repainting something simple on top just to cover it. I don't know if I'll actually use my artboard this year, but just in case, you never know. If you're like me a year ago and just don't know what an artboard is, don't worry. I don't think it's common knowledge. Basically, it's just a huge clipboard used for moving big art pieces around or holding up thin paper for big sketches. I never used one until art school. So if you're going into art school, I guarantee you they're gonna force you to buy one. And they're pretty useful. They're good for gestures and like moving around paintings, especially if you have to walk to your school commute, something like that. They're pretty cool. My dorm this year is going to be a walk from my classes, so I'm probably going to use it to transfer paintings around, even if I don't use it for gesture, but I have to slay.
This isn't white, but I'm not mad. This is kind of cool. Oh. Ooh. Oh, you might think this looks like shit. Oh, and it does, but shh. This is kind of the vibe I'm going for. Oh no. Get over there. If you're freaking out over the fact that I'm doing this on carpet, don't worry. This carpet is already ruined. This is already kind of fire. I kind of like this already. Yeah! That's kind of cool. It's like rainbowy nasty. That's exactly what I want. Okay, while this dries, if you don't look at my feet! Here I just go and talk about the same things that I already pre-recorded. So if you're to hear hi, I'm Ava BA. I don't care how you pronounce it. Could be Ava, could be don't care. And I'm a sophomore in art school. Or I guess art college, art high schools exist, but it feels nasty to call myself a sophomore. I don't feel like a sophomore, because I was never really a sophomore in high school. That's when the pandemic happened. So this is like my first time being a sophomore. Anyway, I make YouTube videos as a hobby, but I also low-key want to make a little money on this because I am also a college student, and I need to fund my new hobby of cooking everything in this cookbook I found at a thrift store near me because it's got rhubarb pie, and I don't know if you've ever heard of rhubarb, but that shit hits, and it needs to happen. Please subscribe so I can eat pie. Anyway, back to the board. I was just going for a vibe. All I knew is that I didn't want to put my whole self into this. I have no idea what I want to do. I just know that I want to use buttons somewhere. I was just having a conversation with my friend over the phone that the best pieces of art we ever made were the ones where we just put no brain thought into them. This one has no brain thought, and it's one of my favorite paintings I've ever made. So I'm just gonna go in with no brain thought and hope it works. These are gonna go on there somewhere. Somehow. I want it to have the same energy as my laptop, where it's just a bunch of random compiled shit, but like it's still cool, right? Now here's the part you're actually here for, the college tips. I've only been in college a year, you know this, so half of this might not even apply to your grade, or I might not believe it's true in a year or two. So take it with a grain of salt. Also, Fab, I know you're watching this. I wrote this for you, okay? I hate you. He's starting art school this year for the first time, and I wanted to send him something because our mutual friend wrote him a little thing. And I said, I'll write a thing, and now I'm using it as a script. Your teachers are going to be so batshit. It's just gonna happen. I have never in my life met a normal art teacher regardless of the grade. Ever. Every art teacher I've ever had has either been like a really nice but slightly insane Miss Frizzle, or
deranged. And in college, they just get worse. This most of the time is a good thing because usually they just wear weird socks or drag you out to field trips at 8 in the morning to another state, which I have done. I have been dragged to Jersey. But sometimes teachers just get too self-important. Art is an intensive sport, and the people who master it well enough to teach others deserve their flowers, definitely. But some teachers just think that being able to draw a perfect nude in golden hour with nothing but a piece of granite gives them permission to throw things at people. I'm serious, by the way. Last semester, one of my teachers threw a drawing board at a kid. And drawing boards are heavy. I'm painting one right now. They're huge. Imagine having one of those thrown at you. They're gonna curse you out. They're gonna insult you. They're gonna be nasty. But you'll get one that knows the line. Hopefully you won't get one that throws shit. But most of the time, and I can't emphasize this enough, they're batshit in a good way. They'll curse you out for a reason. Sometimes you just really need an old Italian guy to tell you to kill yourself before you can finally hold your charcoal right. It sticks in your mind. You need to be yelled at, especially with things that are personal like this. Good teachers will know when it's necessary. Bad ones will make you cry at 8 in the morning because they spend half the lecture saying everyone is shit and that you'll never succeed in the real world. You will know the difference. And when you inevitably get a batshit that's bad for you, because it will happen, switching classes isn't the end of the world. Leave a scathing review on Rate My Professor and call it a day. On that same note, listen! Listen when people tell you things. It is so easy to be a little shit and think you know better. And reading it now, you go, I'm not, come on, I'm not stupid. Like, why would I go to school if I think I know everything? But bro, trust me, open your ears. In every art school, regardless of which one you go to, your first year is going to be dedicated to nothing but fundamentals, things that you've 1000% already studied before, even if you've never gone to art school. Things like color, line, shading, easy shit. You're going to be hearing things you might genuinely already know, things you might genuinely believe you have a knack for, but that doesn't mean you know everything.
I love Stacy!
I think I'm really good at color. I have a really good handle of color. Does that mean I totally slagged when I did the coloring unit in painting? Absolutely! And guess what? I ate shit! Please! Even if it seems easy, even if it seems like you know everything, like this is your thing, this is the one thing you are awesome at, it doesn't mean sit on your ass. It means you're not trying. Things are only easy if you're not putting your whole effort into it. If you're not putting effort into it, you are wasting your money. Just because everyone was fighting to do their poster project with you doesn't mean you're good at art. It just means you were the only person in the vicinity who could draw. Don't think you're safe. You're not. You should also remember the things that you've been taught. You can't just nail the test and forget about it like you would in your sophomore biology class. You need to remember the things that you pay for. You can't just nail it for the one project and never think about it again. If you spend 3 weeks on Bounce Light, add Bounce Light to your next piece and you'll get extra credit. Listen, remember, and it helps you. And it makes your pieces look better. Help yourself, oh my god! And when you do that, you stand out to your professor, which is like the end-all be-all of college. That's winning. It's not your grade, it's getting attention. If you have a connection with your professor will connect you with other artists, and those artists will give you a job. And that's why you go to college, to get a job. Be kind to your professors in general, because they're old farts, but they have so much to offer you. The nice ones. I mean, don't be a bootlicker, but the ones who genuinely care deserve their flowers. And of course, you know, they don't have sleep schedules either. If you need advice at 4 in the morning, they will answer you back if they like you. On that note, if your professor is on your ass, it means you're doing so well. A silent critique is one of the most confusing things on the planet because it's either the piece is so bad that no one knows how to break it to you gently that you should set it on fire, or you nailed it and there's just nothing to say. There's no in between. When you get a lot of critique, it doesn't mean you suck even if that's how it feels. It means you are so close to that image in your brain that everyone else can see it if only you move this to the left, right? You want your professor on your ass. They'll remember if you improve based on their advice, like I said before, and it'll make them think of you when recommending you. You want critique. And on that note, rapid fire critique tips. The formula should be, here's my piece, I made it with this, I got the idea from this, I worked especially hard on this part, I incorporated insert lesson, I'm not confident about this part, any advice. That's how it should go.
Okay, I'm just gonna let it dry, and then come back, seal it, and then put the buttons on. Oh, let's go watch some Russians.
Don't be afraid of critique. Critique is not like presentations in high school where you have these asshole football players screaming at you from the back of the classroom. You're in a room full of people who are very similar to you. You don't have to worry about being heckled, I promise. They don't do that. They don't in my school. Everyone assumes the best in you. Don't shit your pants too much. You're allowed to tell jokes and be funny, but just remember to stay on topic. Critique is respectful, very demure, very mindful. And don't use big words you can't explain. Everyone you know, everyone in this classroom will know if you use juxtapose wrong, because we all know what it means. And on that note, this is the thing that pisses me off about critique, okay?
Clean.
When people get snarky in critique about their work, oh, piss me off. Especially when their work isn't finished. It's one thing to walk in with like a half-assed homework, because it's homework, it's not real. But a final project, a midterm, and you couldn't even finish it. First of all, you're stupid. Second of all, I understand we all have a million things to do, especially during midterms and finals when these projects are usually due, and maybe you just can't finish it. That's alright. But you need to have a good story. You can't just walk in and say, I started this at 2 a.m. yesterday, and I couldn't finish it because I got tired. Well, whose fault? The rest of us have been working on this project for weeks, and it is so frustrating to not see that you care as much as the rest of us. Why are you here?
On the floor. Little painting on the floor. I'm a painting on the floor.
Can you tell that gets me heated? It gets me heated. And people will walk up and say, like, I gave up. And it's annoying because, yeah, look at me, but also it's annoying because they have so much potential. The piece could be amazing, but it'll never be finished. And they'll say it because they think it's funny. It's not.
It's been a few hours. God, that looks so cool. I'm so happy with it. Okay, I was told that the finish that we have is actually pearlescent. So that's cool. I just have to find it.
Okay, pack it up. Basically, art school sucks. Art school is really difficult. Art school is gonna make you cry. It's gonna make you hate yourself. You're gonna compare yourself to everyone ever. That's art school. But it's so worth it. It's so freaking worth it, dude.
I'm just gonna leave it in there for the night.
Yeah, that's all I got. If you want more advice, I have so much. I'm full of stories. If you're starting art school this year, good luck. If you're already in art school, you're a soldier. If you're not in college at all or art school, hi. Thanks for being here. Yeah, okay, that board actually came out really cool. It feels awesome, and I can't wait to use it because I just got an email from my professor that said I'm actually gonna need to use it, so yay! Okay, I'm wrapping this up quickly because I gotta get back to packing. I move out this Sunday, so... Okay, bye.